Hello everyone and welcome to my review of Fant4stic 4. The reboot, that is. The latest film in Fant4stic 4 is a reboot of the original films. So the plot of Fant4stic 4 is that a man named Franklin Storm is assembling a group of people to go up into space and to crack interdimensional travel, and he's got Reed Richards, who's been trying to crack it. He is basically coming in and assisting them with building the machine, along with his daughter, his adopted daughter Sue, his son Johnny, Reed's friend Ben, who also comes along, and Victor Von Doom, who is leading in this project. And they go up into space and are exposed to this green flash goo thing, whatever, I don't know what it is, and then they come back with these powers, and they become the quartet known as the Fant4stic 4, and it goes on from there. Victor becomes Dr. Doom, and he wants to destroy the Earth and live on this other dimension. Yeah, that's it. So, Fant4stic 4. Obviously the reviews were quite negative, and it's not looking good, considering that the previous two films, the two original films that came out about 10 years ago, they really weren't anything special. I mean, no one really likes those movies. I happen to think the first one was okay. It was okay, it was nothing more. The second one was god-awful. So going into this movie, I was very skeptical. And what a fantastic film! Oh my god! What did I just watch? I mean, okay, I suppose it wasn't terrible, but what? I don't even know what's like. It baffles me. It really does. You know, it's the direction that this movie goes in. Why is it that every single superhero reboot has to be a fucking dark, gritty, realistic take on these characters? Why? I mean, for Fant4stic 4, it doesn't work. You know, they're trying to give it this dark, real, suspenseful feel, and it just doesn't work. Like, I was sitting there thinking, the tone of this movie is all wrong. It is all wrong. Why is this movie so dark? I mean, it's not even... it's just ridiculously dark for its own good. Ridiculously dark. Oh my god, what the fuck? I mean, Josh Trank, he doesn't understand the comics. I mean, the comics for Fant4stic 4, I mean, you know, there's a certain sense of, you know, fun with the Fant4stic 4. I mean, I haven't read the comics, but as far as I'm aware, they're sort of like meant to be kind of like a fun group, you know, and they care about each other deeply. You don't get any shred of that in this. Between a couple of characters, yeah, but not with all the characters. Let's talk about the good things. The few that there are. The casts, I suppose, were okay. The best thing about the movie, for me, is the relationship between Reed and Ben. Their friendship are the moments that I enjoyed most about the movie, and when the incident happens and they all come back with the powers, Ben has a bit of a resentment towards Reed. That's not really explored very much, so they were trying to develop the friendship, and they did that well. You could tell that they were like best friends, but there's no tension in this movie, like, or at least not much. Reed and Ben, like, after Reed exiles himself, and then he comes back, and then, you know, it's like, oh, okay, you know, you've been gone for a whole year, but fuck it, I'll band together with you and we'll defeat Doctor Doom. It's like, what? Hang on, this guy abandoned you for a whole year, and you're just gonna brush it off clean. It's like, hey, mate, don't worry about it. It was only a year, and it's fine. I mean, there's a bit of a fight that they have, but it's fairly contained. And after that, they kind of just patch things up like that, click of a finger. Why? Why? Oh, honestly, it's just the most ridiculous cop-out ever. Oh, I mean, I'm going to talk about the other characters. In the movie's defense, I feel that Kate Mara was a good Sue Storm. Nothing amazing, but she was definitely good, and miles better than Jessica Alba was. I mean, let's be honest, Jessica Alba was really there for 2 reasons. Repeat, 2 reasons. So to have a competent actress take on the role is good. Jessica Alba's not a bad actress, but no, Kate Mara was good, and she added a nice element to Sue. She was obviously the only female in the cast, so it's nice for her to get a lot of range. There are a couple of moments between her and Miles Tellar, who plays Reed, and they're good, and a couple of moments between her and Franklin, which is her dad, her adopted father, which is nice. I mean, there are nice moments. Individual moments are nice, and between her and Johnny as well. Like Johnny, I gotta be honest, Michael B.Jordon, he was kind of dull to me. I don't know what it was, but I mean, he was okay, but like, you didn't get the sense that he was much of a hothead. He was just kind of hanging around. Like, he didn't put as much effort into his acting as I would have liked. Give it more oomph, mate. Give it more oomph. Chris Evans was like, you could really tell that he was such a hothead. I mean, in this film, you kind of tell that, but they don't really develop any of the characters enough for you to really care. One character which I do like is Franklin. He's good. He's a good character. He's the one that's kind of in charge of all this this expedition that they're going on, and you know, he makes for some great dramatic scenes. Some of which are more towards the beginning. I like how he brings everyone together. That's nice. But honestly, Victor Von Doom. Dr. fucking Doom. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness me. What an absolute disgrace. They completely shit on Dr. Doom. They wasted Dr. Doom. It was absolutely indescribable. It is absolutely awful how they use him. I mean, in the original one, the first one, you know, okay, he wasn't great, but at least he was there for the whole film. Rise of the Silver Surfer, they just brought him back for no reason. And in this film, he's there at the beginning as Victor, and then he gets abandoned in other dimension, and he's there for a whole year. How does he survive? Never explained. Why does he want to live on the other dimension? Never explained. It's like, because it's given him power. Oh, well done, writers. Well done. Really, really, really well done. Well done. Oh, for God's sake. The movie is just plodding and boring and, dare I say it, is depressing as well. Like, there is no sense of camaraderie between the 4 leads. There is none of that. At least with the originals, there was a sense of camaraderie between the 4 of them. They had a certain chemistry. It wasn't necessarily completely explored, but this is like, you know, they focus on individual characters at one point. There's they don't come together until the end. It's like, well, you know, what's the point of even calling it Fantastic Four? It doesn't even... It loses all sense of fun because of the fucking dark, gritty tone, and the fact that the movie is draggy. It is not a long film. It felt long. It felt long. It was 1 hour 40 minutes long. 100 minutes. It felt long. It felt like it was just over 2 hours. It's badly paced. It is so badly paced. Nothing ultimately happens during the middle section of the movie. I mean, like, the beginning, I didn't mind it. It was okay, because they were building up to them going to space, and that section was actually well done. That section was probably the best directed scene of the movie. I liked that. That was quite tense. But after that, it was a slow, draggy, you know, exposition of them discovering their powers. It's like, just get to the point, please. You know, just it's not even a long film, but it feels long. I mean, and the climax. What a way to cap off the movie. What a great battle at the end that was. I mean, it was worse than any of the action in the previous films. I mean, it has less action as well, which isn't necessarily a thing that is bad, but it's just that none of the drama's intriguing enough for you to keep interested. It's just boring. It's boring, and the climax is like they bring back Doctor Doom only for him to go have a hissy fit and then go back onto the other dimension, and then the Fantastic Four have to fight him at the end. It's just like, do I give a damn? I don't give a damn anymore. It's not without merit. There are some good things in here. There are some good moments in here. It's not a terrible film. I think it's okay. It's just about okay. Somewhere in between terrible and okay. It's passable. It's not even that, actually. It's tolerable, but that's about it. You know, from a production standpoint, the effects are great. You know, they're good enough. You know, they're good enough. It's just the movie's a drag, and you just can't help. And you know, a death of a certain character is completely glossed over, and doesn't have any resonance for me. It doesn't really have anything going for me. It's terrible. It's a terrible way to cap it off. Ultimately, all I can say is it's good to watch in terms of comparing it to the originals. I mean, tonally, it's a change, and I suppose it's. I'm not asking for a tone like the originals, like a really campy, cheesy one. I mean, I just want a bit of fun, you know, I just want to have a bit of fun watching Fantastic Four, but this movie it takes itself far too seriously, and it really falls flat. Josh Trank, its direction is pretty bad, to be honest. I mean, some of the scenes are good, but fuck me, just don't really, you don't need to see this movie unless if you're a big fan of Fantastic Four, you're going to be disappointed as hell. Oh my god. The visual effects for The Thing are quite good. I didn't like the voice, Jamie, that they did. I thought the voice for Michael Chiklis was better. I mean, it is. I like Miles Tellar. He was good as Reed. He was good. They don't really explore his character, his powers much. I mean, I suppose there's not much point really, because you know all he can do is stretch. It's just a boring film. It's a boring film. I didn't really like it very much. I suppose it's better than Rise of the Silver Surfer, but then again, what other superhero film isn't? I suppose Batman and Robin is worse, but I mean, it's just not good. I don't know what else to say. I am shocked at how boring it was. Not even young kids are gonna like this. They're gonna be fucking bored by it. Just... And with that, the music isn't all that great either. Nothing memorable. I don't know what else to say. I'm still trying to get over it. But yeah. So I'm gonna rate this movie. I'm gonna give it 4 out of 10. It wasn't without good moments. There were some nice character moments, but and there was some interesting stuff towards the beginning of the film, like when we see the young versions of Reed and Ben, and how Reed is constructing his machine from an early age, and how he meets Ben. That was nice. That was really nice, but it's just the rest of it. Ooh, no, and that last act is disgraceful. The climax is really rushed and abrupt, and the ending also when they're about to say, you know, oh, what should we call ourselves? And then they don't say the words Fantastic Four, and then Reed's like, guys, I've got it. Yeah, I probably should have mentioned spoilers at the beginning of this review. I'll put a little message on the editing, but yeah, don't waste your money. I only really went to see this because, one, to compare it to the originals, and two, because my sister wanted to see it. So I thought, oh, and she enjoyed it. She thought it was good. So I thought, oh, okay, fair enough. You know, it's an excuse to go to the cinema. So, but yeah, no, don't see this movie. Don't see this movie. It's not great. It's really not great. Just about the Doctor Doom thing. Also, Tobey Kebbell was a good actor. He played the part well enough. He didn't get much to do, but he played the part well enough. So I'll give him the props for that. It's the writing. The writing's lazy and the pacing's bad. It's just a bit all over the place, really. But yeah, I'm also going to be reviewing the two original films, the 2005 film and Rise of the Silver Surfer. I couldn't do it before I saw this because I didn't know when I was going to see this, and also I'd lost my copies of the two originals. But no, I've got some new copies, so I will watch them and review them as well. But yeah, yeah, no, 4 out of 10. That's it. It's a disappointment. Yeah, but the trailers didn't look that good either. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now. So thank you all for watching. As always, I'm Mr. Talos11. See ya.